Good morning all. It's a wonderfully beautiful day here. A light wind, and the wind is coming from all directions, so what direction I'm going to take off in when I'm out in the field I don't quite know, because the windsock is all over the place at the moment. We're going to have a quick look at some very old models that I've just had stored away and I've not flown for literally years, the oldest of which is the Super Sky Surfer 2400mm. It really is a fantastic flyer, and as you can see by some of the marks on the airframe and whatever, this has previously been used as aerial photography plane, and for which it's suitably designed for. Absolutely fantastic. And because I've really just got it out of storage yesterday, I've just put some weight on the nose just to balance it the best I can for the time being. Normally the weights would be inside. It's previously had a fairly heavy camera on the nose, which helped with the balance. Likewise with the Sky Surfer, as you can see there's loads of marks on there. This is original Sky Surfer, so I suppose we're looking around about 2010, something like that. A couple of years later I've got the Bixler 2, which is 1500mm wingspan, and we come virtually up to date within the last 6 months or so of this Mini X8, which as you can see is roughly the same sort of airframe design. So I'll get one of these all ready for flight. I think it might be the Super Sky Surfer, and give that another fly. Right, see you out in the field. Right, we're going to go for a flight of the Super Sky Surfer. It's previously taken off down the strip on its own power, but rather foolishly I've put a smaller 3-blade prop on it, so it's not generating too much thrust, hence the hand launch, which it can do. When I get this back into the workshop, I'm going to put the slightly larger 2-blade prop on it, but she seems to be flying quite well. She wants a bit of down in there, because I did take some nose weight off. I'm using a 5200 free cell, and that battery is out of an old quadcopter, funny enough, so the C rating should be there. This was truly an excellent flyer back in the day, and I used it for a multitude of cameras, especially around farmers' fields after long hot periods of weather, of summer. Ideal for picking out those old buildings that have been forgotten about, and the farmer, or maybe there's a new farmer come on there and he wanted to find out the location of old buildings. I've always had a good affinity with these airframes. They're so stable. Ideal for camera work, which of course now is mainly been overtaken by drones. But this has got a lovely presence in the air, this one.
Seven minutes.
This one I brought from Banana Hobby in the USA. You couldn't get them in the UK, certainly not under that brand anyway. This is the Blitz Works RC Super Sky Surfer 2400mm, and so I had to import it from the US. So whether it's the only one in the UK, I don't know. I'm sure other people would have been just as taken with the airframe as I was back in the day. Mistake I made was using it on 4S, which I thought it could, but looking over the original instructions, it clearly says 3S and don't use a 4S. So I'm lucky I've got away with it. I think I've still got it's the original motor, and it's also the original ESC, but I've got a separate U-back on it, because obviously at the time I was carrying a lot of video equipment on this airframe. So I was thinking, well, at least if the ESC went, I could glide it back to somewhere hopefully near my position. I've never had to do that. I've been very, very lucky. And the amount of times I flew it on 4S, you would have thought the ESC would have had enough, but no, it's still going strong. I'm just wondering actually if it's capable of a loop. Let's have a go. Never done it before, not on this. Oh, just about. I'm sure if I was to dive into a loop, then that would be better. Alright, got some wind coming in, so I think what we do, we go over to the left, we shut the motor off and see how well it glides.
4 minutes.
Okay, shutting the motor off. That's hands off. As you can see, it's quite readily weathercocking into the wind. Yeah, not bad at all, not bad. It's good to see the old girl still flying. Right, let's come round for a landing. Might not use the flaps. I'll just come in clean, if that's possible. Come on. Not bad. Right, I'll see what footage has come out. One of the Mobius batteries was a little bit dodgy, so it might be from one or the other camera. So, but I'll see what I can find footage wise and put it on to this video. In the meantime, I'm going to change that prop back. Definitely not enough thrust on there. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.